makes me crazy. I dream about our babies, gazing them days and contagious. You're my baby. We know each other like the back of our hands. Understand, there's no mistaking. I'm taking 'cause you're my drug.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Asia.
And it's your boy BJ.
Back in the building.
Back in effect.
Back like we never left.
And yes, as you can see by that thumbnail, we had to jump right into it.
Yeah.
We're about to get into this Bugzy Malone. Welcome to the hood.
Highly requested.
Very highly requested. Just came out 2 days ago, so
Yeah.
you know we're about to cover this song. We got to jump on this song right now.
If you are new here, welcome. Before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any videos from Asia and BJ.
But not one to miss it. You are not going to want to miss it.
Not that.
Without further ado,
Yeah.
we about to get into Bugzy Malone. Welcome to the hood.
Welcome to the hood.
City of Manchester.
And I say welcome to the hood, welcome to the hood, welcome to the place where nothing ever ends up good. And they say that you're a disgrace if you can't find yourself a job. Around here there's even been a drought and then there's been a flood. No one ever built an ark for anybody from the block. Man are trying to ring the heavens but God never gets in touch. For certain people it's a must to come across as tough, cause you don't want to be a victim when Berettas start to bust. And I say welcome to the hood, welcome to the hood where no one teaches you to love, because we're all products of lust. We learn to tell a lie before we even learn to trust, and then we see our people die as if the sorrow ain't enough. So-and-so killed so-and-so, I struggle to keep up. A victim of knife crime, they hit him in the lung. The press are making articles expressing their disgust, but where there's no opportunity, survival is a must. And I say welcome to the hood, welcome to the hood where boredom leads to depression, depression leads to drugs, and drugs numb the pain of all the fucked up stuff that you have to see when you're forced into growing up. Nobody's responsible, everybody's corrupt, and school's a waste of time cause we're learning our books. And when you're academic you get taken for a mug, cause mathematics won't help when you're in a puddle of blood. And I say welcome to the hood, welcome to the hood. Feels like the only thing that ever sells is the dust. We try and keep it clean but the stress builds up, and it was all a dream until Biggie got shot.
Welcome to the hood.
It was all a dream until Biggie got shot.
Yeah, Bugzy came out swinging on this shit.
Man, this is deep though.
Yeah.
Shoot.
And he's standing right on top of the subject matter. Like, welcome to the hood. Like, everything he's talking about is all the stuff that's
It
going to
goes
go on
in the hood.
Man, he's talking about people getting stabbed, shot, the drugs. You know, that's where a lot of people come from. You know
Like,
what I'm saying?
stuff that the kids see that they not supposed to be seeing.
Not at that age.
Yeah.
Or nothing that a kid or a person should ever have to see.
Right.
If anything.
Man, I can appreciate the honesty though, because you know what I mean? I feel like this gives a really good perspective. I feel like a lot of people,
Yeah.
you know, regardless of like where you from, can understand and relate what it feels like to come up in like some type of poverty if you've been that type of person to grow up in that type of environment. And a lot of the times when people say that they came from the hood, sometimes the hood is like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it might have been a little something.
Just a little struggle.
You know what I mean? Just like a little bit. But like other people that come from the hood, like you really seen it. Like you really seen it.
Like people that have grown up like generations of living in poverty. That had to, that was born in the hood, went to school in the hood.
Yeah.
Went to high school in the hood.
Right.
Graduated high school, still in the hood.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like in the project, so to speak. Like that shit right there. You know what I mean?
I think that's who he talking to.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
but this right here,
hood.
I feel like a lot of people, what I was going to say, like I feel like a lot of people overlook or the thought of what it's like to live in the actual hood, the real hood, okay?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the real hood.
Yeah.
You know, it's really kind of, sometimes I think it's overlooked because a lot of people don't even understand what that life could actually even really be like. In so many different ways, because I feel like a lot of people say, yeah, I'm from the hood, I'm from Oak
Cliff.
You know what I mean? Oak Cliff, that's my hood, okay?
Yeah.
But even to say that, I'm like, compared to like Oak Cliff, you know, I guess depending on what part, okay, where that you from.
Yeah. You could really be in the hood.
You could really be in the hood, but I feel like, you know, I was in Oak Cliff too, but I don't feel like I saw the amount of stuff that people that like really grew up like down deep, dirty, dog out, hood was from, have seen.
They had to really climb out the trenches. They really lived in the trenches.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like what he's talking about in this song, Welcome to the Hood, this ain't for the faint-hearted. This is like for the people that really, really represent that.
I mean, all that to say, I just feel like he's speaking from a real real perspective of what it is to be like in the hood. And if you can't relate to this, man, you wasn't from the hood. Yeah. Okay.
This song might not be for you. You might like the song, but it's not describing you or what you went through.
But understand that this shit is real. Yeah. Like this is what really goes on in the hood. You know what I mean?
There's not a lot of things to celebrate. You know what I mean?
No,
in the hood.
Absolutely not. Because that's why people get so like they're so praised and they feel so good about themselves when they make it out. Because a lot of people don't understand make it.
You celebrating this shit.
Yeah. It's something like a really of a big deal because one is like you're either likely to be dead or put in jail. Like, and that's the real shit. You either gonna be one of the ones that's on the corner doing shit you ain't got no business doing. Right. You the one that's stealing, thieving, killing, shooting. You one of them, or you one of the, you know what I mean? You part of some gang. You doing something that is gonna keep you alive in the hood. Like that's what works because there is no way out. You know what I mean? And you gotta. Yeah, I mean, it's almost, you think of it like if you was in a jail, like you almost have to be a part of a gang to kind of watch your back. It's the same thing, only in real life.
It was all a dream until Biggie got shot.
Welcome to the place that I call home. Be careful, it don't turn your heart to stone. Welcome to the war I'm battling. You live or you die, you lose or you win.
I say welcome to the hood, welcome to the hood. The person they call mental health is the person that we call mom. We either don't have a dad or we have more than one. And we're told to fly the nest before we even learn to run. You don't have to be a soldier here to hold a gun. And watching other people suffer is what we consider fun. Cause suffering is standard, you'll have to toughen up. At least that's what your mother tells you when she's fully drunk. People steal for a living and end up in a can. It's miles easier in jail, but you will understand. Being a criminal is not part of the plan. But how are you supposed to work when nobody will take you on? So I say welcome to the hood, welcome to the hood. Depression and anxiety get swept under the rug. These gangsters in your family, welcome to the club. Because there's plenty of gangsters in a city full of thugs. Being born into the politics of poverty is rough. You can look down your nose holes, but only God can judge. Most of us are afraid to pray to the above. Cause Pac said there ain't no heaven for a fuck.
Whoa.
I fuck with Bugzy Malone, like for real, for real.
Wow.
He studied hip hop and he's been like an avid fan of Biggie and Tupac, like for real, for real. Like they've been some inspirations to this man. And not just that, but the chorus of this song, that shit hit deep, man.
Yeah, it do.
Like that shit hit deep.
It do,
like,
but that just goes to like everything I just said, like how it's like people come out like even more hard, okay, just in terms of their heart is more hard, they're more stern. They come out as these like real hard individuals when they come up and they actually grow up to come out of the projects, like out of the hood, you know what I mean? Because they've seen a lot, they've had to overcome a lot, they have done a lot themselves, like
a different mind frame.
Yeah, it's like, man, those are probably some of the hardest people that you'll ever meet if you ever meet anybody that came out of that. You know what I mean? Because of everything they've had to overcome, like, man, and he just said what I just said in terms of like how you either gonna end up dead or you gonna be in jail, because that's usually you got a 50% outcome. This is one of the two, and if you make it out of there, you beat the odds.
Exactly. Because
otherwise, it's like, damn, like how did you do it? Because you probably one of like, you know, a few. 1 out of every 10 or something like that. Make it out. And it's sad.
And really, really make it out. To really, truly elevate.
And be successful in life. That's huge.
That's paramount at the end of the day.
So, I mean, hey, and if that's you, man, shout out to you.
Because if you made it out the hood,
you can make it anywhere.
You got something to celebrate.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
For real.
Most of us are afraid to pray to the above. Cause Pac said there ain't no heaven for a fuck. Welcome to the hood, welcome to the hood. Welcome to the place where nothing ever ends up good. And they say they get rid of disgrace if you can't find yourself a job around here. There's either been a drought and there's been a flood.
Welcome to the place that I call home.
I like that word. That word.
Careful, it don't turn your heart to stone. Welcome to the war I'm battling. You live or you die, you lose or you win. They say ain't no heaven for a thug. Seems like my good ain't ever good enough.
Yeah. Man.
Wow. Wow. I like that he went out and did something like this, you know, to represent, like, you know, because he always thought, like, claiming that 0161, okay? Shout out to 0161, okay? I'm only saying that to say, like, I can appreciate that he's done this to acknowledge, like, the struggle, because, like I said, I feel like a lot of people don't really know what that really is and what that feels like, other than what we read about, what we see, what we hear. When you actually live it, man, it's a whole different like perspective, and it's a lot to respect, because when you've seen what they've seen and you've done with the things that they've done and gone through what they've gone through, then you don't have no room to judge who these people are and
where they come from.
Yeah. Because I could guarantee you take somebody out that ain't never lived that shit, and you put them in that spot, you would fail. Yeah. Like, miserably.
You have some that'll fail miserably, like you said. Absolutely.
Okay, like, because you ain't made for that. Okay, because when you're not born into it and you come up in it, it's different than you just walking from having all of everything and then coming to nothing.
Making a choice to go live in a hood.
Yeah.
You know, if that's even a thing that somebody would even attempt to do.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody would do that, but I'm just saying, if you flipped it around and you so that you could see what that feels like and live it, then don't sit there and judge anybody by where they come from and who they are and how hardcore they are and how they talk.
And sometimes how they act.
Yeah, and how they act. It ain't no game.
Right.
It is not a game.
A lot of good things can actually come from the hood. You have some really good people that come from the hood.
Absolutely.
Good-hearted people.
Yeah.
And not just good-hearted people, but people that understand where they come from and know that they had it hard. They work that much harder to try to get out of their circumstances. And sometimes a hardship or something that seems like a burden, sometimes it's like a blessing for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of people that I know that have come from like an impoverished place, that come from the hood, that actually made it, like they are really, really good-hearted people at the end of the day.
Man, you from the hood, represent, man. Put your hood down in the comments. Let
Please
us know where
put that
you
in
from.
there. Because at the end of the day, man, welcome to the hood.
Okay, 214 up in this joker. Okay.
214-972-817. Let's get it.
Okay, nobody know what that means. But anyway.
If you don't know, you better ask somebody. You don't know, you better ask somebody.
If y'all enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any videos from Asia and BJ. If ain't nobody told you, I love you. And we'll see y'all in the next video, y'all.
Let's go.
See your body, boy, I'm addicted.